that postpartum depression is real. They need to understand why their body is going through what it's going through. I've been on duty where I've had 5 women actively in labor. There's a African proverb that says that it takes a village or a community to raise a child. Welcome to Tiny Tales,
where we explore the unique experience that giving birth is to every woman. We will hear the personal tales of women in Ghana who will take us on their journeys
to motherhood, from conception to birth, to the first 3 months after the baby is born.
This season is sponsored and co-hosted by Gaia Organic,
your plug for fresh, healthy organic food in Jawulu, Accra. My name is Amanda. Our guest for this episode is Rina, professionally a midwife and a creative strategy consultant, who will be taking us through our actions and emotions during pregnancy and after childbirth. Welcome, Rina.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you for gracing our show.
Sure, I'm happy to be here.
What advice can you give to someone who just found out, a lady who just found out she's pregnant?
Okay, so for me, I'm going to congratulate a woman that has just realized that she's pregnant, because there are a lot of people that are trying hard to get pregnant. And so to have gotten to that point where you're pregnant, kudos. And I'm going to tell you that it's just the beginning of the journey. Mm-hmm. Getting pregnant is number one, the first step. There's a lot of changes that is going to happen hormonally. You're going to have cravings that you're like, why am I even craving for this? Your body is going to bloat, but that's the way that the body has to be able to retain the baby and to grow. It's a good thing, and be ready for the journey. That's what I'll say.
Since there are so many things to look out forward to, what are some of the normal emotions people usually go through during pregnancy?
I mean, for a pregnant woman, I mean, come on, even when you're having your menstruation, you have the mood swings, which you're highly irritable. There's one point that you're happy, and there's a moment that, so imagine a pregnant woman, they have like 3 or 4 times the hormones.
Wow, that's
and so yeah, they go crazy. Mm-hmm. That sometimes if the partner is there, it's like, am I still married to the same woman? But one thing that you need to know is that being easily agitated, irritable, not even wanting to be in the presence of people, you just want to be by yourself, it's okay. It's all part of the hormones that is just changing and is making you have that kind of experience.
What's important during pregnancy? What needs to be done during pregnancy? For instance, a birth plan. How important could a birth plan be?
There's something we call birth preparedness, and birth preparedness is basically more like let me say, for lack of words, let me call it itinerary. It's something that we provide the mothers or the expectant mothers to get them ready for labor, delivery, and then also after birth. And so birth plan is basically like a birth preparedness kind of thing. Yeah. And what it does is it's puts the woman in a position where they are not caught off guard. They need to understand why their body is going through what it's going through. They need to understand who can they talk to when they are going through such changes and such emotional imbalance. And so what the birth preparedness also provide is that it creates an avenue for you to bring somebody on board. Who do you want to have by you when you're in labor? It's something that will be a good guide for you.
Me, for instance, I've never been pregnant, so I don't know the procedure and everything in the labor room. So what do you need in the labor room as an individual, a pregnant individual?
Okay.
What do you need to take along with you to the labor room? What do you need?
I'm glad you're asking this question because
to make you feel at ease and all that.
I'm glad you're asking this question because there are a lot of things that people bring during childbirth, and you're like, so who told you this is also important? The important thing for a mother coming into labor or coming to give birth is mainly your mental health, which most of the time people don't talk about. A lot of mothers are wondering the pain. First of all, being pregnant, it's a blessing. That's what we are told, religiously and all that. And so at what point does a gift become a curse, where women are made to feel that going through labor pain, it's a curse. It's no curse. It's actually your way as a woman of bringing out the child or the baby or the fetus that you've carried for 9 months. So they need to be mentally ready. Women have been made to feel that, oh, it's a curse to go through that pain. And so as they're coming, they're having all these anxieties and agitation and don't know. So I'm going to tell you that your mental preparedness is key. You need to be able to have a midwife that will put you in that kind of peaceful experience. Not to maltreat you, not to shout at you, not to make you feel like the fact that you're in pain and you're screaming, you're doing something out of the odds. You need to have a midwife that makes you understand that maybe I haven't been there because I have never been giving birth or anything, but I would want my clients coming in labor to understand that it's okay if you want to shout. The pain you're going through, it's unbearable.
Yeah, because most people complain that the nurses would be like, you're exaggerating or you're
It's
keep quiet.
trust me, it can be overwhelming because being in the labor ward, I've been on duty where I've had 5 women actively in labor, and you're possibly 2 midwives, and they're all screaming on top of their. I mean, they come on, Amanda, put yourself in my shoes. What will you do?
No,
You're,
even just a baby crying.
you can't stand it. But then I need to be able to understand that it's not a woman. She doesn't want to be screaming. It's what is happening to her that is making her scream. So professionally, I need to put myself in her shoes and then be able to calm her down. That is why we actually we don't want them to come alone. Unfortunately, in the government system, we don't have enough space to accommodate your family or even your husband. And I think right now it's changing. Very few hospitals are bringing in husbands and all that. But we don't even have like a doula system where you have somebody that is going to give you that emotional support. You hold on to, you grab on. Trust me, when they are grabbing on you to push, trust me, they can break your bones. So having that doula and all. So I think when it comes to getting ready, I'll focus more on the mental part than the bringing your nightgown and trust. Those ones is not the most important
Just come
thing.
mentally prepared.
You have to, and you can never be 100% prepared. I've had mothers that literally insult their husbands, not that they want to.
It's the pain.
It's the pain. It's like, what have you put me through?
Oh, wow. And then there's the coming home part. So as a first time mother coming home with your baby. So in the traditional system, we have our in-laws or our mothers with us.
Yeah.
But what if you don't have these people by your side?
Hearing the question makes me sad because it's a lot.
Yes.
You can trust me, you can't do it. When there's a African proverb that says that it takes a village or a community to raise a child. Literally, that's what it takes. You can't do it alone. And it's sad if you're going to be a first time mom and you have to go through this alone. I don't think I would want a mother, especially a first time mom, to go through this alone. So please, if you're a first time mom and you are alone right now, I beg you, make friends, make very good, find neighbors, someone
elderly.
And there's the beauty that I have realized that when in Ghana, when your woman is pregnant, there's affinity. People love to be
around
and help you. So be nice and then find somebody who can be around and be like,
that's very important.
Exactly. Even if they can cook for you so that you don't have to think about feeding, something that somebody can do to help you, because you can't do it. It's too much. Especially the crying. The baby's language is crying. They are not crying because they want attention, of course, we know that. But a baby cries to get your attention, to check what's going on with them. So if they are hungry, they are going to cry. If they are sore, they are going to cry. If there's something biting them or they are lying in an uncomfortable position or whatever, they are going to cry. So you have this baby crying 24/7. You as a mother, you're dealing with all this because after delivery, the hormones are still some of the hormones are still there, even though they're on a low level. And then now you have that maternal instinct where you want to protect your child.
Make
It's a lot.
everything perfect.
It's a lot going on. You want to be perfect mom, which you cannot be. It's okay to have days where your hair is messed up. It's okay. It's okay where there are times that you don't even want to even touch your child. It doesn't make you a bad mom.
It's normal.
It's
Perfectly
normal. It's perfectly normal. That postpartum depression is real. But you just need someone. That is even having someone that you can talk to and get certain things off your chest. It's another thing. So you can't do it alone, Amanda. That one there. If you find somebody who's done it, please bring the person to me. I'll dash
My
the
mom.
person. What?
She was alone in Nigeria with me, but she wasn't the first time.
Okay.
mom.
So it
Yes.
makes sense. But for
Yeah.
the first time mom alone, hey,
Talking about this is someone. Let's talk about someone who isn't married yet and gave birth, and now the man isn't by his side. So accepting the body change. How? Wait, you can make the mother accept the body change, but how do you can't make body shamers like accept the body change. So how do you tune your mind to understanding that okay, this is who I am. If they like me, fine. If they don't, then that's on them. How do you like
first and
mentally?
foremost, we need to understand that people are going to talk.
No matter what.
No matter what you do, they're going to talk. If you're going to live your life based on people's validation, you have hypertension, and I'm sure you die very early.
What when is it good for women after childbirth, right after childbirth? When can they go back to the gym? When can they start working out again?
So what I'll say for a pregnant woman, what happens is that there's a lot of, I keep saying hormones because that's what happens to a pregnant woman. We have estrogen and progesterone at the beginning of the pregnancy going high, and then coming low after birth and all that. What some of these hormones do is that they expand the bone cells, because your pelvis have to expand to accommodate the growing fetus. The bones and joints also. So in that sense, sometimes you become weak in your knees and your bones and your joints and everything. So working out is important, but you have to be careful. And the reason why I'm saying it's important is because when you're active, what you're doing is that you're getting yourself ready for labor. So when you get to the labor ward, you're not going to have like prolonged birth. You're going to be in bed because you've had that active body ready for delivery and all that.
So what are some of the
Oh,
workouts that are
walking.
safe?
As simple as walking is good.
What of squats and kegels?
Kegels is good. Kegels is actually good because it strengthens the pelvic muscles ready for delivery. And then after birth, you should keep doing Kegels because you need that muscles, the pelvic muscles, to be firm. Also, some people recommend swimming, but swimming is not is you need to talk to your OBGY or talk to your midwife to know if you are fit and ready for it. But you need to be active. Something that's like I said, walking is okay. And then right after delivery, you also need to continue working out.
Okay.
All the fluid retention when you were pregnant, it would take time for the body to like get rid of it. But part of the things that you can do also is a Kegel. You need to keep doing the Kegel. I mentioned that. You need to be able to start doing squats. So for working out, I cannot pinpoint that, oh, immediately you deliver, but give yourself 5 to 6 weeks and then start gradually. Do walking, do some few squatting, you can do, but like I said, it depends on your mode of delivery. If it's CS, certain exercises will not work for you.
Okay, after the CS, what is the time
Also
frame for healing?
for CS, it takes 2 months. Some take, we give you 8 weeks for the wound to heal. But then depending on your immunity, depending on your health, how healthy you are, you realize that you will heal even faster. But most of the time, even if the wound is healed, the body is still healing. So internally, you still have the healing process going on. So you have to be careful. You need to ease yourself. And then again, why are you in a hurry to just like go back to your
You
body
see,
shape and all
you
that?
see, when you see your body change, obviously you might be insecure about it. So maybe people just want to just
That's what I'm saying. That
let it go,
being insecure, you need to get to the
accept yourself.
point.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to get to that point and understand that it's not easy bringing out a baby. It's not. You have done so well. And so now you are at a stage where let the body gradually get, you can never get to your pre-pregnant state. That one you will get close, but you won't have it. Because those stretch marks are going to be there to remind you that you once carried this minions or mini you around. Do you get it? But you need that validation to understand that I'm going to work on myself. What I went through, it's a good thing, and I'm going to give myself the time to be able to build back my confidence. Your uterus looks big. Give yourself time. We have the wraps that you can use. Please, the corset. Sometimes the corset is too tight and all those things. We have wraps that have been made by midwives and all that. You can wrap it. It can firm and put the muscles together, and any other thing that you need to do to be able to get to the point and be like, yes, it's okay. Give yourself time.
Thank you very much, Rina.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have all learned something here today. Hopefully, first timers have got a glimpse on what to expect and ways you can go about solving some of these pregnancy issues. We want to hear your thoughts and feedback, so please leave us a comment. Thank you to Rina and all of you watching at home. This show is created and hosted by Tiny Users.